Good morning. I'm going to try again. Um, I noticed the last few times I've reviewed my videos on TV and where I can see and hear everything. I'm filming on my phone, so I noticed certain times that I could barely hear me, and I'm thinking probably what happens is I put my thumb over the speaker in the way I'm holding the phone. So I don't know. Bear with me, everyone that watches, because I'm still learning. And learning is a wonderful thing because if you're not learning, you're not living. That's my thought. Anyway, today I want to talk about depression. Again, let me state very clear, like I did. Oops, let me get this fixed here. Ah, like I did in the video yesterday. I am no doctor. I am, however, a survivor. Depression. That is the I don't know. There's no words to describe the sheer darkness, ugliness, fear, destructive power of depression. Anyone who has this knows exactly what I'm talking about. But today we're saying depression, get gone. We have answers. We have methods. We have hope. We have solutions so that our family members don't have to get the phone call that we got with my uncle. We have answers so that mothers don't have to sit beside their daughter in ICU because she tried to commit suicide. Folks, I am very, very passionate about making depression go away. And to me, that's one of the worst. That is the if you're gonna have a disease that you're gonna battle like Sir George, the knight and the dragon. Is it George? Yeah. Anyway, for me, it is the evil, devil inspired, demon motivated disease of depression. And I'm a survivor. And you can be too. I look forward to getting up in the morning now. I look forward to getting out of my chair and doing something. I look forward to what's next. I can think clearer. I can look at myself and say, okay, now once you see the dentist and get that ugly fixed, fine, fine. I can see myself in Seaworth. But before May, I couldn't. I couldn't. Before I decided, get a grip, there was no value in me as far as I could see. My kids could see it. My parents could see it. My brother could see it. My friends could see it. I'd go to town when I lived in Kingman. I'd go to town and I'd get just slammed with friends. But inside, I felt like compost, dead, just rotting away. Didn't care. Didn't care about anything that was important. Just leave me alone, people, so I can get back out to my recliner. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I saw my doctor. I got a therapist. They took the edge off. I went through the routine. I've had times, and not this last bout, and it can come in waves if you don't treat yourself correctly. You can go away. It can go away. Believe it. It can. Depression doesn't have to be a life sentence, and it for sure doesn't have to be a death sentence. It can be a history story, and I'm here to tell you it can. And that's the first step in getting over it. That's the first step in fixing it, is knowing you can fix it. Okay, so here's my thoughts. I'm not a doctor, and I'll say that repeatedly, repeatedly, repeatedly. I don't want to be responsible with my lack of education. I don't want to be responsible for anybody's lifelong battles. I can be a support. I can be a motivator. I can be an encourager. I'm not a doctor. So, in fixing your depression, getting a grip on it, getting a hold of yourself, and adding fun and joy. Joy doesn't happen from the outside. It doesn't matter what people around you are doing, saying, or behaving. They can't fix your depression either. If you're looking to your children to make you happy, it won't happen. They can't. It's not their heart. It's not their soul. It's not their mind. It's not their chemistry. If you're looking for your spouse to make your depression go away, if you're going to blame your spouse for your depression, you're putting your finger in the wrong place, honey. I'm there to tell you. They don't have the power over it. They don't. They just don't. If you're blaming circumstances that's going on around you, you're putting your energy, you're wasting your energy. It doesn't happen that way. That's not depression. Depression is more than just being happy or sad. Hear me. Depression is not about being happy or sad. Those are emotions. I'm talking about a disease. Bona fide, laid down disease. First time a doctor put me on antidepressants, I'm blubbering like a fool. I'm in his office, and he was a fantastic doctor. May have to hook up with him again since I'm back in Hatch, but I kind of like the doctor I have, so I'll probably keep going to Kingman to see my doctor. But anyway, I said he he went to his cabinet where he gets the free samples. They store them. He started throwing boxes at me, and I said, "What's this?" He says, "These are some antidepressants." It was Prozac, and I went, "What? No, no, no." And he says, "What's wrong? Why?" I said, "Because if I can't control my emotions, then I don't want a pill too." Yeah, boo bah. And he stopped. And he says, "What?" I said, "If I am so weak that I can't control my own emotions, then how in the hell is a pill going to fix it?" And that was my first lesson on depression. Oh, no, let me back up. That was my first scolding. My scolded my doctor. He says, "Wait a minute. If you met someone with diabetes, would you call them weak because they have diabetes?" Well, no, that's a disease. And he said, "So is depression." And he educated me. He says, we're talking about two organs here. The pancreas is the organ, the root of diabetes, and your brain is the organ at the root of depression. Okay. And, since I'm not a doctor and I haven't gone to medical school and I barely pass high school science because my brain doesn't work like a scientist, sometimes I wonder what my brain works like. You know, works. It's cute. It's okay. I don't mind my brain. I'm working on it. Anyway, he says when your blood sugars in your blood get too high, your pancreas creates a um, hormone called insulin to balance things out. Your brain produces hormones as well, serotonin, dopamine. There's a list of them. He says a diabetic's pancreas does not produce the insulin needed to regulate what's going on in your body. So, okay. He said, with your depression, your brain is not producing the hormones needed to regulate your body. And your symptoms are these tears, your feeling of hopelessness, life is dark, there's no answer, you can't control, you probably can't sleep. Like, sleep? Yeah, okay. So I took my pills and I noticed within about 4 to 6 weeks, wow, he's onto something. Well, first of all, having the pills helped turn the light on, helped my emotions feel like, okay, maybe this isn't so hopeless. Maybe I'm not the weak one. Maybe there really is something here. I took them for a while, and then I have people on the outside saying, "Oh, don't take those. You won't ever be able to get life insurance." I wasn't in the market for life insurance anymore. Anyway, at that point, I was just in the market for life. I just wanted to live. And then I quit taking them. But the stressor in my life kind of eased off, so I was okay. I thought it eased off. Not really, but okay. And then 2005, I started taking them again with anti-anxiety medicine. I wasn't sleeping. I felt like the worst parent in the world. I was suicidal. Only difference is, the only thing that kept me around is because my passion for my children was a lot stronger than the effects of the disease. Every time I'd close my eyes to go to sleep, I could clearly see blood dripping off my wrist. I'm serious, guys. It's a demon disease worse than anything I could think of right now. And I know there's other people fighting diseases and it's the worst. But for me, having depression was hell on earth. People don't understand why people commit suicide. I do. I do. I was traveling down the highway to go visit my daughter who was in a hospital at the time. And I saw a semi truck. And I thought, just one flick of the wrist. It's all over. I don't hurt anymore. One flick of the wrist. And this is how bad your brain gets. Like I said, I have 4 children. My oldest was in the hospital. I was blaming myself for it, for her fighting her depressive issues. I blame myself for it. I had I have fantastic parents, and I actually thought if I could just have the courage, I blame myself for being a coward, first of all. If I had the courage to flick my wrist, put this car in front of that semi, then my children would go live with my parents and they would see the joy and the almost a fairy tale life that I lived with people that could take care of them better than I could take care of them. I took my hand off that steering wheel so fast, and for about 6 months, I sat on my left hand every time I got in the car because I was afraid I would do it. And I didn't want to leave my children with that kind of. I'm sorry. Anyway, this isn't supposed to be a teary video. This is supposed to be a video of hope and joy and happiness because there's answers. There's answers. And I'm going to give them to you. The very first one goes back to my mantra: I'm not a doctor. You need to see one. This is not, depression is not about, I'm feeling sad. It's not about, oh, my children don't love me. It's not about, I don't have a boyfriend. That's not what depression's about. Depression isn't about, I'll just happy up, buttercup. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Depression, getting it, being born with it, it's not a choice. No. I can promise you, if someone could choose to be born with the disease, it would not be depression. It would not. I can tell you what it is: bona fide disease. And even though they haven't found the gene to call it genetic, there's very clear um, examples of how if one person in a family has a major depressive disorder, there may be others. Can't find that gene, but they could sure find a familial link. The phone call that a family member was killed or killed himself. Got that. Got that. My father's younger brother. And the world is empty without him. He didn't see his own value and joy. The daughter tried to commit suicide. She's doing fantastic now because, well, she got a grip on it. She's figured out what it is. She's working on it. She's doing amazing things now. I am so proud of her. It's not even funny. So you can fix this. Another reason to see your doctor if you're having depressive issues is maybe there's something else going on. I knew one lady, I didn't know her really close, my mother knew her. And she'd had elective surgery. And she was in such a state of depression. My mom's like, Condi, is there something that you can do? And I don't, I'm not a doctor, Mom. I'm just a fellow sufferer. I'm just getting a grip on this. I'll do what I can because this is horrible. The woman was trying to commit suicide. She just couldn't live with it anymore. Went to the doctor, and you know what they found out? She had massive infection in the surgical site. Well, you know something? When your body is ate up with an infection, it was a physical infection. She had small children, so she was just, yeah, I heard she had surgery. She had to go through her life, not realizing she had this infection. They treated her infection, and lo and behold, her diabetes went away, or her depression went away. So it could very well be something other than major depressive disorder. It could very well be a vitamin deficiency. And the only way you're going to really know that, unless you go pick a whole bunch of them up at the store and start taking them and seeing if you feel better or don't feel better, and make sure it's not a pseudo feel better just because, oh, I'm doing something so it's supposed to work. So in your brain, you're thinking it does work. And then a couple weeks later, you're back where you were. Who's got the money? Who's got the time? When you go to the doctor and get blood work, check for vitamin deficiencies, vitamin B's, vitamin D's, vitamin deficiencies. It could be that you need a an antidepressant. I'm off mine now, but it's because of my number 3 tips. And we'll get there in order. First was number 1, get your butt to a doctor. If you have feelings of hopelessness, of despair, you're not sleeping, your energy sucks, you cry all the time, you're angry all the time, you feel helpless, you feel hopeless, check it out. Google it. You have Google at your fingertips nowadays. Google major depressive disorder. You could diagnose yourself before you even get to the doctor. You can say, Doctor, this is what I think I have. What do you think? And if he prescribes you a medication, take it. Take it like they say. Follow the instructions. And my doctor's probably going to watch us maybe one of these days if he has time to watch YouTube. I don't know if he does or not. He's a busy man. He may roll his eyes because I am the worst medicine taker God ever created and put on this earth. My big joke is I had 4 babies because I keep forgetting to take the pill. They were blessings. But anyway, I'm the worst. So I try to find non-medicine ways to take care of things for myself. Will I ever tell someone stop taking that medicine? No. No. That's not my place in life. That's not my mission. It's not my expertise. That's not my training. No, no. See a doctor. Take the pill. Get up in the morning or go to bed at night. Take your damn pill. Okay. Number 2, find a good therapist. Trust me. If you get a good one, they are invaluable. Sometimes just venting. I'm not a big fan of venting. I really am not. Even though my therapist, Mark, bless him, he gets earful of my vents. He rolls his eyes at me. We have fun. Anyway, find a good therapist that you're comfortable with, that you can talk to, and talk to. That's good in so many different ways. First, they know about depression and anxiety and some of the actions and behaviors that might feed it and some that might fix it. And sometimes just talking to them and knowing that you're not alone and you're not being judged and this person over here understands is a beautiful thing. Your friends, you'll wear them out. If you try to spew your depression all over your friends and family, they don't understand. They don't know. Yeah, they're wondering why won't she just get over it? Why can't she see that she's got a lot of people around her that love her? Why can't maybe I'm not doing my job right because she can't see it. Maybe she doesn't love me because no matter what I do, she can't see it. Your friends and family, unless you're a family of therapists and doctors, they really don't understand. And then they want to help, but they don't understand, so they're not getting good help. You know, they don't know what to say. Those, so sometimes they're thinking, she just needs to hear she's right. And you might think you need to hear you're right. And your little woe is me. Or you just lash out. And sometimes your friends are the ones you lash against. And that's not fair to them. Your friends are not your therapist. They're not. You need to get you one. Make sure it's one you trust. Make sure it's one that you are comfortable with because you're already in an uncomfortable position. So you don't need a team that you're more uncomfortable with. Get one you're comfortable with. You know? Some people are more comfortable depending on the gender of the person they're talking to for various reasons. I don't have that requirement. Doesn't matter to me. But if I get in there and the person is too businesslike and too stoic, I'm like, oh, no, they better have a sense of humor. This person that I'm seeing, be it a he or a she, and I've had both, they better, by golly, make me laugh or I'm out. One of my Christine, and she's on my Facebook, so she might see one of these days. I might tag her in this one because I'm talking about her. She was the first one I saw, or not the first one. In the whole 2005 episode, I saw one time at a facility here in town, and she was like, "Oh, you have the right to be mad. Oh, how'd that make you feel?" And I'm like, "Really? No, this isn't working." But I was willing to give her a shot because I'm thinking, I'm in such a deep state of horribleness that maybe she is right and I'm just seeing ugly everywhere I see. So let's give her a chance. At the time, I was working nights. I had 3 jobs. One full-time, 2 little part-times. Anyway, and my daughter was in and out of the hospital. I was single mom. I was overstressed, overwhelmed. under cared for as far as my own care for myself. And my mom kept saying, "Kind of this lady at church, Christine. You would just love her." Mom, leave me alone. I'm not going. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the church thing right now. I don't need more judgment. I don't need it right now. Yeah, brand new divorced, and the divorce is something I don't really want to discuss here. It was caused by some very nastiness, and I blame myself for not keeping my girl safe. Blame myself for my daughter wanting to kill herself. And no matter what anybody said, I wasn't gonna believe them because you weren't there. I was. It was my job. Number one job of a mom is keep her kids safe, and I failed. And because I failed, this is what's going on. That was what was going through my head. And so I tell when we made my next appointment with this little gal who was like, "Ooh, I bet you're mad. I bet you're sad. You have the right to be mad. I don't care. I don't need your permission to be mad. Okay? I'm grown. If I want to be mad, I can be mad. I don't need you to tell me it's okay." That was where I was at. Yep. Oh, pretty girl. Cute all over, wasn't I? Anyway, made my next appointment and I said, "I'm going to need a phone call or text message or something, a reminder. I'm not going to remember this." "Oh, we don't have time to do that." "Really?" "No, no, we won't do reminders. You'll just have to mark it on a calendar or something." Well, guess what? I forgot my appointment. And then I was having a bad meltdown day. Bad meltdown day. And I called to get in to see this person. "Well, we can't get you in for a month." "A month? I'm in crisis now. A month? Forget it. I'll take care of it myself." "Oh, no, 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 Condi, no, no." "Yeah, just leave me alone." "No, no, 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 no." They're like, "Condi, don't hang up." I said, "I gotta go." Clink, hang the phone up. Picked it up, called the church. And I'm like, ugly face, snot nose, can't understand a word I'm saying, crying. And I get an angel on the other end. And first angel that answered the phone, her name's Cheryl. I love Cheryl. She's on my Facebook too. I might just have to tag her and say, "Hey, Cheryl, I talked about you in my video. Check it out." Anyway, Cheryl answers the phone. She was a receptionist at the church. And I said, "Cheryl, this is Mary's daughter calling in. I need Christine." It's on. She's like, "Okay." Just love those women. I love them both. Cheryl and Christine saved my life. Cheryl, Cheryl teases me because of another incident, but it's hilarious. I love it. I love it. Anyway, Christine gets on the phone and she is bigger than life. And I mean, she has joy oozing out of her pores when she sweats, and not the phony stuff that you can sense a mile off, not the stuff that you just want to throw up. No, this is real life, real good, real genuine joy coming through her body. And she answers the phone. She goes, "Hiya." I said, "Christine, this is Condi, Mary's daughter." She said, "Get your butt in here, girl." And I did. And instantly, she was down to earth. She wasn't, and she was fantastic. Would laugh. I walked in like I was in a position to negotiate anything with anybody, right? I walked in, first words out of my mouth is, "I'm just going to tell you right now, one Christian cliche and I'm out of here. If you tell me to let go and let God, I'm going to grab a hold of your hair and you're going to holler, 'Let go.' I don't need it. I don't need any flippant little stupid little Christian cliches. I don't need them. And if that's what this is going to be about, let me know now. I won't waste either one of our time. And Christine goes, good, because I hate Christian cliches too. I said, good. I said, because every time I've called, it's always been, lay it at the cross, let go, let God. Okay, yeah, that happens in my private life. Right now, I feel like I don't want to live. Right now, my daughter's in the hospital. Right now, I have no clue. One visit, she says, when was the last time you slept? And I went, I think it was about 36 hours ago. She says, girl, you are on the verge of hallucinating. Get in here and talk to me. Christine gave me assignments. Didn't take her long to realize your saving grace is going to be your writing. Not journaling everything, because we're not setting you up for that, but here's your assignment. Imagine that you're on a deserted island. There's nobody else with you. Who's on that island? You can't say, I'm a good mom. Your children aren't there. You can't say a friend. You can't say a daughter. Because there's nobody out there but you. Who's on that island? And she was the first one that taught me how to find my own identity outside of other people. It's powerful. Find a therapist that you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with a specific gender, then don't let someone convince you you need to do something different. You find the one you are comfortable with. So, point number one, find a medical doctor. Make sure make sure your depression isn't based on something else going on in your body. Get a medication if you need it. Take it. Point number two, get a therapist. Honest to goodness. One you're comfortable with, one you can talk to, one that'll listen to you. Don't let someone else's guidelines tell you how to choose your therapist. Your body, your mind, your demons to fight, your dragons to slay. You do it your way. Point number three, stop eating crap. Okay, that's about as bold as I can be. If everyone knows that if you have a gasoline car and you put diesel in it, you're going to have a problem. Well, bear with me as I walk. I got to let my puppy out. Anyway, everyone also knows that if you put gasoline in a diesel vehicle, you're going to have problems. Think of your body that way. I had a pediatrician tell me one time with my first baby, with Mandy, when I took her to the doctor for her first checkup. He said, whatever you do, I don't know if she'll go out, it's raining. Come on, Linda. She says, he said, whatever you do, oh, don't give that baby Kool-Aid or pop or sugar, because are you going to go outside? No? What are you going to do about that? It's raining. There she is, guys. See if you can see her. she, I don't know if she showed. Anyway, you've got to go outside. She goes, no, I don't, Mom. It's raining. You got to mop. Anyway, dang it. Stupid dog. Anyway, he says, you have to put good fuel in to get good performance. Why do people take better care of their cars than they do their children? I found for me that sugar is a big horrible poison for my depression. Here's my Linda. I told you you're going to meet her one of these days. Isn't she pretty? Anyway, check yourself. Do you have sugar foods? Is there something that you notice? Eat it. Now, I'm not talking you eat it today and in 30 minutes you're going to cry. So make a food journal if it helps you. I don't journal anything because I forget and then I start hating myself for being forgetful. But anyway, for some people, they like a food journal. To me, I've been watching this for years and years and years, and I knew, crap, if I eat sugar, I'm in trouble. I'm going to be no good to anybody. And at the bar and at the diner, I was really consuming a lot of sugar. And just so that you know, that bread, the grains, potatoes, the carrots, the fruit, there's sugar. They're going to go in your body and they're going to turn to sugar. And oh my God, Condi, you said carrots. Yes, I said carrots. My vegetable guideline for what I eat is, did it grow above the ground or below the ground? Because anything that grows below the ground is going to have a higher starch and sugar content than the vegetables that grow above the ground. And newsflash, corn is not a vegetable. Quit it. Corn is a grain. Don't put it beside your fried chicken with a ton of butter on it and call it a vegetable. Eat the butter, throw out the corn. Linda's looking at me like, who are you talking to, Mom? Anyway, so, but we'll go on that another one. Clean your diet up. We have so much crap that we're putting in our bodies. Stop treating your car better than you treat your body. You wouldn't run your car without oil. Don't run your body without good fuel. It's vital. Another thing, move. They say go outside, walk, the vitamin D, the sunshine, the fresh air, move. I haven't really been very good at walking lately. It's been hot, miserable. I'm still overweight, so but let me tell you what I have been doing. I've been doing some stretches. I've been doing some chair exercises. Been doing a little marching in place. And I am a dyed-in-the-wool Elvis fan. And anytime he's on, I am not going to be still. I mean, my blinds and curtains are pulled most of the time. I can dance my little heart out and not worry about neighbors thinking I'm having a seizure. Fine. Just move. Get this blood flowing through your body. Get all those nutrients up to your brain. Your blood vessels running through your body for a reason. And your blood goes from your heart. Let's see if I get this right. Again, not a doctor. But there's two major places. Your blood pumps out of your heart, goes to your lungs. You know why? Because it's carrying oxygen through your body. So guess what happens? You get breathing a little harder, you get moving a little faster, your blood gets moving a little faster, you're getting more oxygen to your body, you're getting more benefits. Move, move. I'm not running marathons. I have no desire to run a marathon. I don't run a 5K. I don't run. The only thing runs in my house is my toilet if I don't keep the lever positioned right. I don't run. My mouse runs sometimes. Does that count? Anyway, but nobody's saying how you have to move. Some people join a gym. I don't want anybody taking money out of my bank account because it's never in there to begin with. Anyway, so I do it at home. Some people go outside, some people go inside. I don't care. Just move. Move. Move a little, move a lot. I don't care. Whatever your comfort level is, move. So, to recap, see a doctor, a medical doctor. Get checked. Tell them exactly what's going on. You're not weak. It's a disease. It's not a character flaw. It's a disease. It's no more a character flaw than any other disease out there. And it's treatable. And I'm going to go out on a limb as a non doctor and say it might even be downright curable. Maybe, maybe not. But at any rate, it can go out of your life. It can have no bearing on your life if you get it treated. Second, get a therapist. See him or her, whatever you're comfortable with. Make it yours. Make your therapist your team member. You're not there to be there under their their control. They're under yours. Same thing with your doctor. You don't have to just be the timid little mouse and my doctor says. Look it up, research it. You be the captain of your ship. It is your ship, your car. You drive it. You fuel it. You drive it. You control it. You steer it. It's yours. It's your body. It's your mind. It's your life. Your world. Take care of it. Number 3, clean your diet up. Honest to goodness. The stuff, since I've been focusing on my diet lately and I'm reading labels more, be amazed. There's no way that most of these chemicals that they put in it to make the food last longer on the shelf, it has not even anything to do with food. It just has to do with making it last longer so it doesn't rot. There's no way that's going to be good for you. It's not food. It's not. Don't eat it. Like Nurse Cindy said, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. And move. Some exercise. And pretty soon your room will seem less dark. Energy levels will start to come up. And it's gradual. I'm telling you, it's gradual. And you'll think, wow, I really enjoyed that. It's the first time I've enjoyed something in a very long time. Wow. Can't believe I did all that today. How would that come from? Come from you, baby. You control it. It's your body. It's your car. There's a story about moving. Speaking of cars, my motorcycle. I am so excited. JR and his son Brandon got it running this weekend. I am so excited, but here's the thing. It's set for 2 years or better. And it wasn't going to start. They bought a new battery, charged it up, put it in there, click, 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 click. Poured all the fluids out, changed all the fluids, tried it again, click, 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 click. They kept saying things like, I hope the engine didn't seize up. Because you know what happens as it sits? Yeah. So they were nervous. What if we can't get this done? I was so looking forward to my bike running. I am so very looking forward to. It'll probably be another 2 to 3 weeks before I can ride it because we got new tires put on it and some clutch fluids and stuff. There's still a few little things that need to be done before I can ride it again. And it's that. They checked the solenoid, and Brendan says, well, I wonder if we hit the starter sometime. So he smacked the starter with a screwdriver and they tried it. And it went, click, click, click. And they're like, oh, well, good news is it's not your solenoid. It's not the $10 part. Sounds, since it reacted with the starter, sounds like the starter's bad. 160 some. So good news is it's not this part. Bad news is it's the more expensive part. Okay. So I don't know. I come in the house and I'm doing stuff and I'm like, well, I don't know. We're gonna have to get a new starter for it. And I hope that fixes it. I hope it's not a new engine, because if so, then we're just not gonna mess with it. It's an old bike. It's a 2002 Kawasaki Drifter. It's pretty. It's pretty. She's not been loved. And for the last 2 years, I've not been able to do hardly anything. So I haven't rode it. Next thing I know, I hear, it's like, whoa, what's it? Well, Brandon gets down and he just starts beating the tar out of that starter. Just had to knock some common sense in that starter, and it started up. The stupid thing, that bike had sat just like I was sitting, and that starter locked up. Knocked it around a bit, starts every time now. You got to move. Everyone's heard this. A body in motion stays in motion. When you move, everything inside you moves. And when everything inside you moves, it feeds your brain too. Your brain moves. If you eat good, healthy foods and you get moving and you get your oxygen and everything up to your brain, your blood flow to your brain, it clears out. And depression can go away. So those are my encouragements. If you're fighting depression and you're afraid it's hopeless, take it from the girl who couldn't get out of the recliner. My therapist, Mark, when he asked me when at first intake, my assessment, he says, do you feel like hurting yourself? And my answer was, no, because first I'd have to get up out of the recliner. And I said, Mark, I don't want to die. I only want to live. And I'm not. Right now, I'm not. There's hope. There's encouragement. Depression, be gone. We don't have time for you. We got life. We got to live it. We're going to grab it. We're going to take it, and we're going to be what we were created to be. Yeah. I'm not a preacher either, but here it goes. We're going to have peace that surpasses all understanding. Depression, you're gone. We're going to make a joyful noise. Depression, be gone. We are in control of our lives, and no longer are we ever going to let disease be control of our life. And depression is nothing more than a disease, nothing less than a disease either. It is a disease, and it is a treatable one, and there is hope. Depression isn't a death sentence, and it is not a life sentence. It's just a thing, and you can fix it. You can fix it. All right? Feeling better? Love you. Have a good day. Bye bye.